Hi there, Aries. It's Milady, and I'm here to bring you your May 2023 reading. How are you? Welcome back. So happy to have you back. So I've got a few new decks of cards that I'd like to share with you. Let's go ahead and jump into your reading, Aries. I'd like to start off with a pass. So in other words, a uh, a past card, like having to do with your past. And the card that came up for you is this card here. Okay. So what does that mean here for you, Aries? Um, so this card here basically talks about validation and your suspicions. So in the past, you were accused of witchcraft, being or other crimes, let's say. In the past, you suffered greatly as a result of the, what was going on and the fear that's carried forward into your this life. In other words, and in this past, Aries, your character and behavior were examined publicly, and you were blamed for, uh, let's say, failures and, oh my gosh, like deaths. And I mean, this is what I'm hearing, and this basically had nothing to do with you. So, I mean, right down to your neighbors and the government said that you were casting spells, let's say, or was a capital, offense. Like, I mean, seriously, this is what I'm getting out of this, and then, but in reality, Aries, you were a good-hearted person, um, as you remain to this day, and has had the ability to see into the future and to use energy for healing purposes. So Aries, this lifetime has made you very sensitive to gossip and rumors. If someone forcefully accuses you now, Aries, you become fearful and upset because that's the behavior that led to your painful death in previous lives. Isn't that something? Let's go ahead and see what comes up for you for this month. I wanted to go ahead and, take that deck of card actually points out, to your past and your past lives, let's say, to somewhat of an interpretation, or even, you know, what's if it's something to explain within, your current life, let's say this life that we have here. So okay, so I got cards jumping out for you, Aries. So let's see what comes up for you. um let's see here. So it does speak of spiritual cleansing for you. You're in need of spiritual cleansing. You know it's telling you to test the waters, okay? Don't jump feet first into something. Like basically, think about things before going right into the situation, or think things through and know the consequences as well. Um, well, I mean, I do have to say that with the other cards that are following, it's you taking a chance at things and maybe even not having control with everything that may happen. All right, because it just looks like, whatever will be will come to term will be, is what I'm seeing here. Um okay. Your intuition is on point, Aries. Okay. You have everything you need to move forward. All right. So no, there is no doubting. This actually speaks of rebirth here. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Um, I'd like for you to ask a question now, Aries, and so that the angels can answer them for you, or answer it for you. Ask a question. I'm gonna shuffle these cards to see what comes out. Oh, you hear, I don't know, Aries, I don't know if you're fighting with someone or there's somewhat of a misunderstanding, miscommunication going on. Um, okay, I mean, this is my cat here, Lucky, fighting with my dog, Grizzly, for some reason. That's so funny, right? Um, so the question that you asked, Aries, the answer is within the next few months. Okay, that's the angels answering for you here. Let's see what else comes up for you here. Let's pull out some other cards. Shuffle them real good. Okay, this is for your month, for your May 2023. Okay, let's see what else comes up for you. Okay. All right, so Aries, so, okay. All right. Okay. These are the cards that came out for you. All right, if you've been feeling, some kind of sadness or isolated, it's telling you to find your balance. Rest and reconsideration is needed. And again, as I told you here, think things through before acting. I'm hearing you do have all the tools that you need to move forward. Um, um, I just heard acting to a, so whatever decision that it's needed here, that's going to be made here, it's come from a good spot or a good place in your heart or for the better, I just heard. Okay. Um, let's see what else is going on here. Let's ask a few more. Let's have the let's ask some questions here to see what we need to know for this month for you. What's cards come out for you? Okay, there's one card that came out. It looks like it's going to be split up into two ways. So the card that came out is, so this planetary energy is affecting this situation, whatever situation you're going through here. And then this is the ideal way to respond to it. Okay, so let's see how we answer that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and grab the planetary cards here. I figured if I would keep those around just in case I do come across, that card there, which is interesting enough that, last month I had maybe one or two signs that did, put me on the spot where I had to answer it that way. So let's see here. Let's pull out the card for the planet first. Planetary that the energy is affecting this situation. Let's pull that out first. Give me a moment. I just want to be able to separate the other cards. Okay, here we go. Let's see which card. I think I want to go with this one right here. So the planetary that is affecting this situation is Uranus. Okay, and then this basically just means that it's it's speaking of practicing magic for fresh beginners. Know what you're getting yourself into. Not all, let's say, I mean, let's put it this way. Know what you're doing. Okay, if you're about to open up doors. All right, that's what I'm hearing. Being spontaneous, for taking risks and stepping into the unknown, and for changes and reform. Okay, so this is what's affecting this situation. And then what is the ideal way to respond to it? So the ideal way to respond to it, and let me go ahead and get some other cards here for that. Let's see. Let me see, how is it I'm going to answer that. All right, let's go with these two here. All right, so, okay. Oh, gosh. All right. So so what is the ideal way to respond to it? These are the cards that came out here. So having control. Um I mean, it does look like you're being held back and you need to break free from it. Applying force, okay. You may be feeling powerless. Um but it's telling you to reclaim, your fame, your recognition, your this is, you're the star of your show. Okay. It speaks of being more focused and paying attention. I want to say to the details is what I just heard. All right. Okay. Know what that's about, Aries. In the work front, Aries, for you. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, so I got these two that came out. All right, so this is speaking of, again, okay, you taking a leap of faith. Um, you taking a leap of faith and going blindly in a situation. And again, that's speaking of being spontaneous. All right. And your intuition is on point, and again, you have all the tools that you need to move forward. I like this card. I like this card here in this deck because it more or less shows this here for the traditional tarot's the magician, because it shows that it has all the tools. See, she's meditating. She's like, all right, this is what I have. This is everything I have, and I'm going to use what I have. I'm going to use what I know. I'm going to use what I'm used to, okay? And I'm going to go with that. This is what you know, and this is what you're going to go with. Okay? This is in the work front. Okay? Let's see what's going on in your love department for this May 2023 for you, Aries. All right, we got cards that are fallen out. You have the runner. Okay, the runner is a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. All right, so I mean, okay, interesting. And then so who's the runner and who's the chaser? Because this speaks of codependency too, relationship, fear of abandonment and issue. So maybe you're dealing with someone. One of you have to be the runner, the other one's going to be the chaser, but they both they're both having to do with dependency. That's what I'm showing there. All right, and let me go ahead now. Remember, so these are the new deck of cards that I got, Aries. That has the that I've always said that I would not read reversals, but I guess these are the only ones that I would read reversal on. So let's go ahead and let's pull up 3 cards for these here for you, or whatever comes out for you, really, Aries, because that's how we go. Whatever comes up for you, it's yours. So what does Aries need to know for May 2023? Let's see here. I feel like your reading is like almost, I want to say all over the place, but I feel like it's a situation. I don't know if you're not, it's not that you're doubting. I don't feel like there's a doubt in the sense, or I don't feel like you're not confident. I feel that you're, willing and you're open to it. This is, but for some reason, because of, this is the ideal way of responding, you're feeling trapped some way or another. You're feeling like, that you're powerless. And interesting enough that you're getting this card here, which it is, it's saying no, in other words, to, like, it could be like you feeling this way, like, represent feeling trapped or confined, restricted, or backed into a corner, or having your hands tied. It speaks of fear and terror, anxiety, psychological issues. The overall theme that this card is that, that you are the one keeping yourself in this situation through negative thinking and allowing yourself to be paralyzed by fear. Okay, I want another card for you here. What else is this telling you? What is, okay, so I got 2 more cards here, and that's exactly, what I was aiming for. So they both came up upright. This one speaks of, some type of signifying, some kind of a separation and sadness, or because of a separation, perhaps the end of a romantic relationship. Or I also hear, like, you being fed up. Like, okay, I'm fed up. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm not gonna keep doing this. It's like, I feel like it's just an ongoing thing that you keep going back to something that you're used to, or that but it's not, it's not panning out for you. This means that you feel isolated and cut off from something you love, or a way of life, your home, a family, philosophy, a pursuit, or a job. Okay. And then you got this card right here, where it talks about secretive actions or indirect communications that may be occurring behind your back. I mean, nothing is quite what it seems to be, Aries, and you have to use your wit to achieve your aims. Be wary of overconfidence. It's like, and I mean, Aries is confident, but it is telling you to not be overly confident. Pay attention to the details. Again, there's another card that's right here that was telling you to pay attention to the details. Pay attention. All right. Don't lose track of what you're trying to do here. There are warning signs. I don't know if you're missing them, Aries, or they're in your face and you're not seeing them. Um, okay. Let me see what else I got here. Let me see what these cards are. Now, these cards, I like them. I like them. I really do. All right. But they're they're a little bit hard to the eye. I don't want to say hard to the eye. I want to say more like, the images aren't, as pretty. Okay. Oh, interesting. I mean, I just thought of like whatever it is that you're going through. Aries may not be, it's not supposed to be pretty. I just heard. I mean, wow. I really feel like that ties in with whatever it is that you're going through. I want to pull out here this card. I want to, wrap it up here. Okay, so I got a few cards that fell out. I'm going to take that one because that one really, I'm really feeling it. So, okay, so here's what's going on with you. So Aries, okay, so reconcile friends, okay? Tells of the past, present, and future. Give why is that coming up that way? Are you supposed to be giving somebody the or maybe something that they did for you? Okay. All right, so teaches the value of herbs and stones, okay. Transports anyone suddenly from the place to another. Okay. This is how I'm feeling it, all right? Okay. Your spotlight is not going to be only yours. It's going to be with someone else. Okay. It can be with this Knight of Wands. It's a younger person, if anything. And they can be a fire sign. So it can be a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Okay. This speaks of I want to say a small amount of money, okay? But be very careful, okay? Because there are thieves that will steal it, okay? So watch where you put your things. And this serves as an excellent familiar, like, all right. So yeah, be attentive, all right? Okay, why do I feel like what goes around comes back around here? I don't know if you stole something from someone, but this is what I'm getting in my head. Oh gosh. All right. The answers to your question about the past and present and future, so this person, whoever this person is a faithful person. And it grants favors of friends and foes. Okay. So, maybe they were a friend and they were a foe. Now they're a friend again. Interesting. Okay. So this speaks of, jealousy and past and, like I said, this person may have been an enemy in the past for you, but now all of a sudden, you can actually, get, I don't want to say past, but I want to say more like, um, it's workable. It's doable. Okay. Here's another person that's showing up. So this causes of the life, so causes of the of the love, that may be both men and women. Okay. So I don't know if you're, one that you're bisexual. Okay. Not to, disrespect or discriminate or anything like that. Anyone that's not, okay? But this is what I'm showing, okay? And so this speaks of teachings and the values, and there's a whole bunch of sixes here. And if you're playing some numbers, Aries, some of the numbers that came up for you, it is 11, 18, 6. 55, 13, 7, 36, and 60. Aries, your final message here is make one skilled in labor and craft. So that means that you're really good at something. Increase the knowledge of philosophy and science. Let's see here. I think we have the full moon that's coming up. Alexa, when is the next full moon? Alexa, when is the next full moon? All right, she's not answering. Alexa, when is the next full moon? Okay, now she's not really answering. Look up your next full moon, Aries.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Alexa, when is the next full moon? You see this?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Do you hear
The
this?
internet isn't reachable.
Oh, how nice. It better be reachable. That also points out Aries to like something in delay, okay? And just like your angels answered here when you asked the question, all right, the answer to your question is within the next few months, all right? So just give it some time. Give it some time. And that's what I have for you, Aries, for May 2023. Bye-bye.